Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and everyone in between. I am VioletHyena. This is Ranger Link, and this is, I'm on a horse. And Wobba should be coming. That's right, I told Wobba to stay, so this makes sense. Now, we are at this fairy fountain. I'm actually gonna have to say, hold on, and I should pin this area on my map. So delete that pin, but place a sticker, because I want to remember that there's a great fairy fountain there. This pony, you are just adorable. Pet you. Where do I want to go next? I'm going towards pins at the moment. Pins do I have? Oh, there's no stables in the area that I know of either. Well, let me go back. Let's go down, because if we cross over here, we should be able to get to, oh golly, this, should be able to get to this stable. Yes, so we want to go this way. Oh, towards the blinking light, so we'll do that. We're going to get this pony. Go down. Okay, so obviously a gentle nature, but I like the pink pony. I haven't found a wild pink pony. Oh, I see ore deposits. And, well, I found prey. And I found ore. Good pony. Stay. Stay. Okay. Put, this away. Get pony. Go to road. Which is this way. We want to go towards the yellow. So down. Oh, we have to go that way, but, It's not gonna be this way. Okay. Let's go back down this way. There's gotta be a way off of this thing, eventually. Riding a pony, riding a pony. Can I kiss this is that a, whoa. That's a shrine. That's a shrine. Oh, and there is a stable. Where are those? Ooh, up the road. We're going to go that way. Come here, you. Up the road. That is awesome. Oh, road. Good. Hello, person. Excuse me, person. Let's find the stats out on this horse. Pretty easy riding so far. She handles really well. I bet she's another gentle one. There is a Lizalfos there. Ooh, a sailboat there. New music, new sounds. Ooh, it's pretty. Ooh, it's very pretty music. What's Wubba doing? Wubba, come on. Why are you so damaged? Okay. And we are at a stable. We are at a stable. Talk. Yes, I did. What am I getting? Oh, you don't have very many stats. But I already have you at max pond. That's kind of cool. Oh, do I want a pink pony? I've already gotten pictures. I think I could probably let this one go. It did get me to a stable, though. So that's good. Okay, so we're gonna let this pony go. What you do, Wubba? You silly puppy. Let me just set her over here. Let him be free. We'll let him be free. Be free, pony. Bye-bye. Be gone. It was nice to finally catch a wild pink pony. Now we have this shrine. Awesome. And it is time to feed Wubba, everybody. Hold, 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 hold. Oh, Wubba, where you go? Did you get it, Wubba? Okay, so we're going to feed Wubba. And change weapons. To this one. We have lots of this. 5, There we go. Drop. There you go. There you go, Wubba. Ooh, we have things. We have shrubbery. Shrubbery in the distance. Be very quiet. There's shrubbery in the distance. What is that? Guess where we're going, boys and girls? Up the road. One more for Wubba. There you go, Bub. He likes chicken. Starting to cloud over. Oh, there's shiny things here. I get shiny things. Shroom. Can you get it, Wubba? Ah, Wubba got it. Kinda. Wubba's chasing it. Oh, hi. Don't hurt my dog. I get very upset when you hurt my puppy. Yeah, that is it. I really have to get more hearts. Okay, all the bits. All the bits, guys. Soldiers, bow, and horse stable. Look! Oh my god, that pony. You go, pony. Maybe I should turn you around. Alright, I can't just have you walking into a mountain for eternity. How about you go follow this road. Bye. Okay, we are here. We can get out another pony. Yes, I want to take a horse. I'm actually going to take out Rainer. Let's get up Rainer. I haven't bonded Rainer completely to me. Yes, yes. Chill out. Chill out. We're gonna bypass a pretty pink pony, so don't get too distracted, okay, Rainer? Okay. This is a very curious place. Hi! Hi! Why would you just stop? I'm not even wearing armor. How far does that thing reach? Jesus. You okay, Rainer? Phew. Oh. Ancient Tech Lab. You guys hear that? So strange place that I haven't been to yet. Looks like I can warp here if I turn something on. Well, there was a guardian here to welcome us, unfortunately. Hi. And it's... 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 It's just playing music. Torch. Robbie's Memoirs. Let me start from the beginning. It was 100 years ago. Calamity Ganon had already swallowed Princess Zelda? Dr. Para and I had already taken Link to the Shrine of Resurrection and left him to recover. Dr. Para and I departed for Kakariko village, where we left Lady Impa. All three of us couldn't stay together, of course. We couldn't risk Calamity Ganon getting all of us in one strike. If that happened, there would be no one left to deliver Princess Zelda's message to Link when he recovered and woke up. We had to entrust at least one of us would be able to talk to him. So Dr. Para and I set out to survive as long as we could. We were lucky. We found large amounts of ancient energy in the Nekulda and Akkala regions, just as we had in Hyrule Castle. We could again set ourselves to finding some way to steal Calamity Ganon away. We decided who would go where in the only fair way. Rock, paper, scissors. I set out for Akkala soon after. I was all set to go to Akkala, but first I decided to go with Dr. Para to the ancient energy source in Nekulda. Actually, that implies that I had any choice. Dr. Para laid on a pretty heavy guilt trip when I suggested her going alone. In a world as dangerous as ours, are you seriously asking me to travel alone? She's so darn pushy. Anyway, Dr. Para promised Lady Impa that we'd meet again someday. Then she and I set out for Kakariko village, but not before loading a cart with the guidance stone Dr. Para had been using at Hyrule Castle. We traveled for some time, south of the Pillars of Levia, across the Lake Ciela, and through Blatchery Plain. Then we came upon Fort Hateno. Link had battled an army of guardians there, and it was where he'd been defeated. A master swordsman such as Link, who would impress the King Rome enough to be made Princess Zelda's personal knight. Well, even someone like that has their limits. I'm sorry, Link. I spent so much of my life researching the Guardians. Even with all my knowledge, I wasn't able to give you the weapons or the power you needed to succeed. Those were my thoughts as I looked upon the broken husks of the Guardians strewn about Fort Hateno. Lost in my thoughts, I didn't notice that Dr. Pura had slipped away. I knew Hateno village wasn't much farther along the road, and that the calamity had barely touched that area. So I felt safe letting her continue on her own. We parted ways without even saying goodbye, I suppose. Stirring myself back into action, I set out on my own journey back towards Kakariko village. With Dr. Pura escorted safely to Hateno village, it was time for me to head to my new home in Akkala. I returned to Kakariko village to collect the remaining guidance stone. Then I immediately set out for Akkala. I made my way through the Laneru wetlands and headed towards Ternio Trail. I knew that once I crossed the Akkala span, I would officially be in Akkala. The autumn leaves brought some joy to my spirit as I crossed the Shadow Pass, then headed north from Odorak Quarry. Akkala is known for its long stretches of nothing. I'd set out hoping that would still be the case. I was attacked by a guardian here and there as I went, but remember, I'd spent my life studying them. Dispatching them individually was no challenge at all. In that time I reached the lighthouse in Akkala. What a perfect place to keep an eye on the monsters out there. I unloaded my guidance stone and settled into my new home. And so began my life of solitary research. I knew I had to continue to research the ancient soldier gear for Link. He could wake up at any time. I quickly settled on a routine. First, I would carry the blue flame from Tom Lea Heights. Next, I would melt the ancient materials, refine the result, and then shape it into an ancient soldier gear. It's difficult to say how much progress I made on my research. The routine demanded so much focus, day after day. But then I had a clever thought. I realized I could automate the entire refinement process. It took some significant work, but I was able to successfully remodel the guidance stone. Thanks to my efforts, it can refine any ancient material inserted into it and offer something in return. I named this machine Cherry after the first girl I ever loved. My research didn't end with the creation of Cherry. Not at all. I realized that if she was able to refine the ancient materials, there was no reason she couldn't also manufacture ancient soldier gear too. Anyone could make the ancient equipment. I also decided then that I wanted to be able to give her a voice so she could speak. I was filled with ambition then, but it was no easy task to make my dream a reality. Automating the manufacturing process was extremely difficult. It took me decades to figure it out. I'll spare you the details of all the things that went wrong. Oh goodness. But I will say It was a complex it was complex enough that I had to put my desires to remodel Cherry on the back burner for a while. Days and months came and went. Before I realized it, I'd reached the ripe age of 90. I would have been lost in my work even then, but around that time a young woman named Jaren arrived. She'd first trained with Dr. Perrault, then Lady Impa had sent her to aid me. She quickly proved herself quite capable. She carried the blue flame from Tomlia Heights and even reworked and improved my design for Cherry. The very fact that she had trekked all the way from Kakariko village alone proved she was no ordinary girl. Her intellect, her spirit, in hindsight, is it any surprise that we eventually ended up married? Thanks to Jaren's redesign, Cherry was soon crafting ancient soldier gear perfectly and speaking beautifully. She spoke better than any machine I'd ever heard. It would have been hard to tell she wasn't native Hylian. If I said good morning, she'd respond with a sweet "Good morning, Robbie." And she was helpful. "Cherry, where'd I leave my book?" "It's the third book from the right on the second-hand shelf, Robbie." She also knew to ask if she needed something. "Robbie, could you increase the furnace heat a little?" I'd always go personally to fetch more blue flame from Tomlia Heights. Didn't realize our interactions hurt someone. That someone was Jaren. Perhaps it was due to her namesake, but my exchanges with Cherry hurt Jaren. Despite that fact, she knew Cherry was only a machine. She still felt uneasy with my interactions with her. She was in tears when she told me. She knew it made little sense, and yet she couldn't help how she felt. I was devastated. I hadn't even realized the pain I was causing. Although Jaren had designed Cherry, she was now being hurt by her own creation. We agreed to restore Cherry to her original, mechanical way of speaking. I took it upon myself to make the changes. From then on, I was careful not to refer to her as Cherry. Doing so would anger my wife. Instead, I called her Ancient Oven. Sometime later, Jaren gave birth to a baby boy, a beautiful young one who bore all the features of his mother. We decided to name him Grante, and together we passed the time as a happy family at Akkala Ancient Tech Lab. It was, unfortunately, only a temporary peace. Princess Zelda did her best to contain Calamity Ganon. Around the time Grante turned 3, a letter from Dr. Perrault arrived. It was a shock to receive it. The last time she'd written, it was to talk about an assistant from Kakariko village, whom she felt was useless. She was writing now to let me know she'd completed research on powering up the ruins like stasis. Hearing this reinvigorated my interest in researching ancient soldier gear. Grante grew fast, and it wasn't long before he towered over me. He loved to carry blue flame from Tomlia Heights, calling it a chance to train his body. I could see the curiosity in his eyes, and so I encouraged him to travel the world and to see as much as he could. He'd always been independent, but I was still surprised when, the very day he told him to travel, he left. Writing about Grante's training reminds me. A few days before he left, I thought it might be a good idea to have Grante study with Dr. Perra. I wrote her to ask what she thought of such an idea, and she sent a letter that simply said, "Don't send anyone here." I wonder what happened to her to make her say such a thing. So, wow, that was a long reading. So we're going to end it here, and we're going to continue in the next video, everyone. Ta-ta!